Check, check one, check two, testing 1 2 1 2. Check one, check two, secret late night invasions. Let's go. Joe Smo, that's right. Super secret. Super secret late night stream. Don't tell nobody. Oh, okay. I like this. I was just here actually getting the Lord of Blood's Exaltation. This is a fun catacomb. It's a fun dungeon. It plays a little trick on you. It's set up in a way that makes you feel like you're going in circles, and it's kind of hard to navigate. And it's almost like one of those little like MC Escher drawings. Like, it's kind of hard to explain, but if you see it laid out, like if you actually see a map of the place, it's really interesting. They do some funny tricks with the layout here to make you kind of feel crazy. All right, where's the host? Where are you? Host Malone. Where you at? These people could be like anywhere. This is honestly a fucking insane place to invade. Let's check up here. The build it's level 160. It's a level 160 arcane build. This was originally I did a video a long time ago that was like an intelligence build at 160, and I just kind of like rejiggered it to be kind of like a, you know, like a bleed arcane sort of build. Hey, cheers, man. Thanks. 7:30 a.m. in South Africa. Dude, you're on the other side of the planet, man. Thanks for tuning in. We're West Coast USA here, so it's pretty late actually. It's like 10:30 where I'm at. Somewhere a heavy door has opened. Where are these people? But cheers, man. Yeah, I watch streams. I used to watch streams a lot at work. Used to have a job where I could do sort of more of that. I used to answer a hotline. Actually, I would I would answer a hotline and talk to people about like really tough life stuff. And sometimes when I was just waiting for the hotline to ring, I would just kind of hang out and watch streams, and that's kind of how I got into it. Actually, you know, it was just nice to like have somebody there when I was working and when I was waiting for the phone to ring. So I decided, hey, maybe I'll give it a try myself. I have no idea where this host is. This place is such a maze. Let's see. Let's go up the stairs. Can I knock this thing down? Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Maybe they're up here? They might be up here, actually. Okay, they already killed that guy. Oh, okay. I think I know where I am now. The fake omen corpse. I don't know. Is there like a fake one in the dungeon? I know it's kind of like a loop. Like it's set up in a way where you just kind of loop around and around. Like there's another omen corpse. Yeah, because that's where we just came from right there. Huh. If we jump down into here, there's only one way out of here. So this is like the fake room, I think. Or is it? You know what? Here, I'm going to use one of these and see. We're going to see where this leads us. Okay, here's the lever. And then... Okay, we're back kind of at the start of the level here. There's the guy. All right, we found him. Oh, they got me. All right. Well, that was kind of fun. I've been trying out the urumi, like the weird kind of whip thing, and I actually like it quite a bit. I think that Storm Stomp into a charged R2, it's not like a true combo, but it does combo a lot of the time and can kind of catch people off guard. And then I also have, yeah, this is just like a weird build. So originally it started as a, I think like the astrologer build. And so we have just like 16 intelligence on this build that does not need 16 intelligence. But what that means is that we can use some funny stuff. We can use like the Rotten Crystal Sword. And I'm in New Game Plus right now, so I've just been kind of like messing around with a bunch of different weapons that I've never really tried before. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think it's nice to be in New Game Plus because runes are just kind of free, you know? You can get so many runes just by beating, you know, bosses. Like I beat Moog, and he gives you almost 1,000,000 runes. You get like 800,000 runes from Moog in New Game Plus. So I'm just upgrading random shit. I just got an Arumi. I'm like, all right, plus 24 Arumi. Like, let's just give it a try. Oh, well, this is fun. Let's just kind of get out of here. I don't even have Bestial Vitality on here. I really need to do that. Oh, okay. Alright, I get it. You're ganking. Good job. Alright. I'm not trying to fight first step gankers tonight. Let's see, what else do we have on here? We've got the Mirai Executioner Sword, and that works really well with the talisman setup that we have. This is like a little, you know, pro tip, cheat code for you. This talisman setup works on so many different builds. Alexander Jarshard, if you can get it. I just have the Warrior Jarshard, which is fine. Winged Sword Insignia, Millicent Prosthesis, Lord of Blood Exaltation. You're getting insane, like, multi-hit buffs. You're getting Ash of War buffs. And whenever anybody procs bleed around you, you get an attack damage buff as well. And people use a ton of bleed in PvP. And this is kind of like a bleed build. Like, this is, I think, a Blood Arumi, yeah. So that setup you can use for any sort of like physical damage build. You're going to have some good results just with that talisman setup right there. I've been really liking it. All right, can we catch them before they start fighting Melania? Probably not. But I would love to see this Guts guy. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's so many people that name their character Guts, like at the beginning of the game, and they're like, I'm going to do a Guts build. I'm going to do a cosplay build. And then you see them at end game, and they're just, like, using a moon veil. It's, like, just an intelligence build. Same thing goes for, like, Kratos. I see Kratos all the time, and it's just a wizard. It's like you can tell this guy gave up on his, like, Kratos build about 10 seconds into the playthrough. But they still decided to keep the name, which I can't hate on because my name is currently Digger Dan, and that was from a goofy ass like pickaxe build. This used to be a pickaxe build like months ago, so I can't hate with people who have dumb names because I have the dumbest name of all time. Yeah, Joe, Guts did not go nuts. He decidedly went the opposite of nuts. I just want to test out the Storm Stomp 2 charged R2 a little bit more. Ooh, I had a sick invasion here yesterday. That is definitely going in a video soon. And I wasn't streaming or anything, which was kind of like a bummer, but it was good. Like, you'll know it when you see it. It was one of those invasions where I walked away feeling like, all right, that's kind of like an all-timer. That's like one of the good ones. Where are they? Okay, they're back here. Are they just chilling in here? How far away are these guys? Oh, they're just hanging out right there. I really need to get the jar cannon on this build. Like, badly. I had something last night when I was doing invasions, like a rune farmer, and I could see him. I could see him, but I did not have anything ranged that I could hit him with. It's a tragedy. Oh, here's some people. Alright, well that's interesting. Keep a little pillar between us. I think they left their friend all alone over here. Oh no, okay, he walked away. Why are you just hiding out? I think it's just 2 people. Yeah, so it's just those 2. But I don't want to, like, go in there and fight them on their own terms. This is not ideal. Here. We're gonna be kind of mean. Is that okay, chat? We're gonna be a little bit mean to these guys. We're gonna do a little dual curved sword setup. rename him to Bleeder Bill. Yeah, we might. But I don't want to, like, give the game away, you know? Alright, these guys are just clowning. They are just straight clowning right now. I'm not here for that. I do have Gravity Stone fans. Maybe let's see how they react to this. Come on. Do something. What was that? Oh no. Oh, okay, I got dumb. I got dumb with it. I should have waited those guys out. We've also got a twin blade on this build, which I've been really liking the twin blade recently. Just like your standard twin blade, you know? Pretty fun. Fart Mansion, hello. How's it going? Yeah, I gotta get the jar cannon. Let's do one more invasion, and then let's go get the jar cannon. Ooh. Deep-root depths. You don't see too many of these. I think we got two guys over here. I think they've already seen me. The jig is up. There's three guys, okay. Ooh. He's doing the Saint Riot Bleed Cannon of Haima build. I respect that. I do not respect the lightning strike though. Oh. With the 1 health left. Okay. This is not an honorable duel, sir. I'm an invader. We're getting nasty with it. There it is. There it is, folks. There it is. That was a good one. Okay, I gotta save that one. That was nice. GG. That was fun. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. There was like maybe a Judas Red guy who was betraying his fellows. That was sick, though. That was cool. All right. Yeah, the Twin Blade is nasty. I mean, it's the thing about the Twin Blade is it's very easy to parry. But that guy was he had his heart set on the dual spears, you know, and you don't really have a counter for Twin Blade if you're doing dual spears. But dual spears is like, I mean, there's such a huge opening to parry it that if you know what you're looking at, it's pretty easy to counteract. But yeah, if you don't know what you're looking at, it can be very, very tough. All right. Yeah, let's go get the jar cannon. Let's go do it. This is going to be a bit of a journey. But you know what? That's what we're here for. It's all about the journey. It's not necessarily about the destination. It's about the friends that we make along the way, isn't it? At the end of the day, isn't that what it's all about? It's about the tibia mariners that we don't fight. You know how they say jazz is about the notes that you don't play? Elden Ring invasions are about the enemies that you don't fight. Because I'm just not bothering with these guys. I'm not going to do it. Ooh. Oh god, he's right behind me. Yikes. Okay, we're doing fine. We're doing better. We're doing good now. I think I can get the final upgrade to my flask now with this golden seed, which is nice. This is not an optimal build. That's something that you'll learn if you watch my channel, is that my builds are not optimized. In fact, most of the time they are the opposite of optimized. They're weird. They're garbage. But sometimes they work. And sometimes they work quite nicely. I feel like this mountain and Volcano Manor in particular is going to get more interesting with the DLC. Because Mesmer, the guy in the DLC, he's all about snakes. He's the snake guy. And Rykard is also the snake guy. And the snake is, it's a symbol of rebellion against the Erd Tree. Oh wait, I'm already at maximum flask charges. What? The snake is a symbol of rebellion against the Erd Tree. And so this whole area is probably going to get a little bit more context. Like, we'll understand it a little bit better once the DLC comes out. I can't wait to find the most broken weapon in the DLC and just completely abuse it in PvP. Like, that's going to be so fun for like a week. Is just whatever the Rivers of Blood equivalent is, to just find that and like, I'm just going to be using that. I will completely respec. I will be so shameless. I'm just going to use the busted OP weapon and we're going to have a blast. I'm planning on streaming most of my first playthrough of the DLC, and we're gonna do. This is something I mean, while we're talking about Saint Riot, I actually got this idea from a stream that he did a couple years ago. That was a like a lore playthrough of Dark Souls 1, where he just really took his time and like read all the item descriptions and kind of read out like the story of the game, you know? And I think that's what I want to do with the DLC. We're just going to read all the item descriptions. We're going to take our time. We're going to explore every corner of it. And once we sort of clear an area, we'll do some invasions. We'll do some PvP in it. But this is actually going to be my first time streaming like a From Software game on release. So I am really excited for that. Because I think that's just going to be sort of like a special experience with you guys. Alright, hello, Demi-Human Queen. Goodbye, Demi-Human Queen. Amdus, I really hope we get more magma spells with the DLC. I do too. There's, so like in Dark Souls 2, there was a really cool spell system and spell category called hexes, and they were spells that scaled off of intelligence and faith, and they were like dark spells. Like in Dark Souls 1 you had like Dark Bead and stuff like that, stuff that like used humanity kind of as like a catalyst for spells. And Dark Souls 2 sort of took it further, and that's like, well, here's this whole category of spells that are using like darkness and using humanity. And I would love to see something like that in the DLC, or even just more like intelligence arcane support, you know? Just like more opportunities to make a cool build, I think is what I'm looking for. Because even like a few new spells, there's like 8 new weapon types or something like that that's going to be in the DLC, which is absolutely insane to me. Like, not 8 new weapons, 8 new weapon categories. And we've seen a few of those kind of in the trailer, but yeah, I think it's gonna really open up like the possibilities for PvP, and I'm going to have a great time with it. Yeah, Intelligence Arcane has a lot of potential. I have kind of an idea in my head for like an Intelligence Arcane build right now, and I'm debating whether or not I want to make it before the DLC releases, but it's basically like a pure caster build. That I think could be pretty fun. I would need a lot of like FP for it. It would be kind of an unconventional build, but could have a lot of potential to like do some pretty flashy and interesting stuff. Oh no! For anybody who's new, watching, welcome in. Also, my my PS5 does this fun thing where sometimes it just signs me out of the PlayStation Network while I'm in the middle of climbing a ladder. Welcome, dear customer. Is my voice like that on purpose? I don't know. This is just my voice. This is just how I sound. It's also like late at night, and I'm trying not to like wake my wife up. She's kind of in the other room. She's sleeping right now. So this is a little bit of ASMR for you, I guess. But it's just because I'm trying not to be too loud. Sounds like I'm in your ear. I have a pretty nice microphone too, like a pretty good semi-professional microphone. So sometimes it does have that effect. Like it sounds a little too close for comfort. All right, let's do our little busted OP build here with the Mirai Executioner sword. These poor guys never stood a chance. They never stood a chance. I can never remember how to actually get through this cave, because there's like a short way to do it, right? But I don't know what the short way is. I don't think this is the short way. This is the long way. Alright. There we go. Yeah, with that... Okay, here it is. That was the short way. So the... God, the Mirai Executioner sword with all the talismans that I have on it just does insane damage. Like, let's see if we can get the full setup here with the demi-human queen. Yeah, just like half the health. There it is. 2 inputs on New Game Plus. And there's our jar cannon. Yay. Do I like the ancient dragon incantations? I do, actually. I think they're pretty cool. I don't like that you have to wait until you get to Farum Azula to, like, do anything with them. Or to actually, like, get them in your build. But, I don't know. I think they're cool. I really like the ancient dragon lightning spear that you throw down, because you can do some fun stuff in PvP with that. Like, if you're on a ledge, you can hit people who are kind of, like, standing below you. And I agree, yeah, about the death stuff. It's interesting. I kind of almost did like a death spell build here, but I really want them to do more death spells in the DLC. Stuff that uses faith and intelligence. I think that would be pretty cool, but I also think... Okay, that uses somber. We gotta buy some somber stones. I also think that they're just gonna do a different type of fire spell. Because, like, Mesmer is all about fire, and the little flame that he has in the trailer looks different from, like, other flames in the game. Because, like, you have normal fire spells, and then you have blood flame, which is kind of like red tinged, and then Mesmer's flame was almost like black and red almost. So there's going to be like a whole different like fire spell category thing that they're doing. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, we can get our jar cannon up to +7, which I think is fine. Because honestly, we're like only going to be using it to like knock people off of ledges. So that's okay. Since the DLC is about Mikola, hoping we get Deathblight, more death stuff in general. Yeah, I mean, that's probably a safe bet. Like, Mikola is kind of the main character of the DLC, and so stuff related to Deathblight seems likely. Okay. Jar Cannon +7 acquired. All right, I gotta reset up my my flask here, my physic. Let's do poison HP, I guess. That's kind of like the standard setup. Okay. There we go. All right, more invasions. We can actually do invasions now. The Soul Sword scales off of every attribute, so it does the most damage at high levels. So there was something similar to that, and there was something similar to that in Dark Souls 3. It was this mechanic called hollowing, and you had to follow a specific NPC's quest line to like hollow your character, but then your weapons would scale off of luck. And luck was kind of like an unused stat otherwise. It was basically kind of like Arcane in Elden Ring. It governed item discovery. But if you were hollowed, your like humanity increased, and then I think that like increased luck scaling on weapons. So there was a way to make a really viable build where luck was your main stat. And then yeah, Joe, kind of like how Mundane worked in Dark Souls 2. Any kind of new like upgrade path for weapons would be interesting. Any sort of new like category that we could have would be pretty neat. All right, let's see. We got some people invading or about to fight Moog. Let's see if we can take the old invader tax from them. Let's see if we can get the old, hey, I'm going to take your host, or take your co-opper before you fight the boss. All right, never mind. That's the one downside of 160, is that I've gotten like 10 invasions in a row where I just invaded people right in front of a boss fog wall, and it was like dumb. Like they just walk right in and start fighting the boss. Okay, here we are at lovely Volcano Manor. Beautiful this time of year. Where are these guys? I'm like right on top of them, but I can't see them. Troublesome, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much. Love the content. Well, I appreciate that. I love making the content. This is like, I don't know, this is just what I do to like de-stress at the end of the day, you know? I just like streaming, just like doing invasions. Win or lose, not that big of a deal, you know? We're just kind of hanging out, we're just chatting. And I wish there was a way to beat the game without Melina, a secret ending. That's actually something that I... Oh, shit, hello. What's up? Alright, these guys are serious. They're serious PvPers. They're serious co-boppers. They're co-bopping. Oh no. I'm sorry. I feel kind of bad about that one. I don't know why, but I feel a little bad about it. There's a victory for you. I don't know. I'll save it. Sure. Why not? Swarm of Flies is kind of like a really underrated spell. Like, the amount of pressure it puts on people is insane. Because people panic when they see Swarm of Flies coming at them. They start panic rolling. They start running in weird directions. They don't even know what they're doing. They lose the plot entirely. And so that always makes me laugh. And I think, like, more people should use it. Because it does, like, a decent amount of damage. But it's, I don't know, you can really, like, kind of control the fight in a way. You can push people towards different areas of the map. You can control movement. It gives you a lot of different options. So I've been using a ton of it. Vike's War Spear is insane in PvP. It is. I mean, spears in general are just good because if you're doing PvP, what you want is you want to be able to outspace people, and you want speed. And spears are really good at both of those. Yeah, dual Vikes. Dual Vikes goes crazy. The Black Dumpling Head is fun. I try not to be too mean with my builds. I try to be more fun. Like, my ideal invasion is one where I'm invading people who are actually playing through a level, and they remember me. Like, we have a good fight. There's a lot of back and forth. It takes a decent amount of time. And there's, like, fun and interesting and flashy stuff that happens. And then they think back and they're like, oh, that was a really fun experience. Like, I was co-oping with my friends, and then this invader came in and sort of changed the whole experience of the game for us. Like, I want to give people, you know, happy memories of being invaded. Oh, this might be it for us. Ooh, there we go. The dual claws are nasty. Getting one-shotted by bandits, curve sword jumping guys. Oh yeah. Dual curve swords are fun. That's usually what I bust out if, like, I'm having a bad time. Because that can usually take care of, you know, a number of tough situations. Let's do a little curve sword action. I'm using the Beastman's curve sword right now, which I really like. I've got it bleed infused. And this is kind of like, we can take a look at my stats here real quick. It's kind of like a stealth strength build a little bit, because we have 50 strength, 60 vigor, 30 arcane, and then enough dexterity to use certain weapons. And I'm using the, like, Millicent's prosthesis too, which gives me like 5 virtual dex. But there's actually a lot of directions where we could take this build. I might want to take it up to like 200, because at that point it's basically like you can just kind of do whatever you want with a build if you're at level 200. But there's some, like, you know, colossal weapons that we could use. Bleed infused colossal weapons are pretty fun. I think strength arcane builds are kind of slept on a little bit, because you can do that status effect build up super quickly. Add-on saying you invaded a guy with bull goats, giant crusher, fingerprint shield, max level. Just running around him for like 20 minutes. Oh yeah. I mean, I feel like the thing is, I will take, I'll take a million short invasions where I die super quickly to an interesting build over an invasion where I win against someone who's just doing something that I've seen a million times before. Because there's so many different ways to make a character in this game and to make it incredibly powerful, like in PvE and in PvP. But I feel like people just tend to stick to like 3 or 4 different builds, you know? They're using, it's an intelligence build with the Moon Veil. It's a Dex Arcane build with Rivers of Blood. It's a strength build with like dual giant crushers, you know? And you just kind of see it over and over again. And that's part of the reason why I started this channel and started uploading these videos, is just to show people like, hey, there's other stuff that you can do. And it might not be strictly as powerful as other builds, like when it comes down to the numbers, but it looks cool and it's fun to play, and you're going to be using spells and weapons and incantations that maybe you've never used before, because there's a lot that this game has to offer when it comes to that kind of stuff. Alright, we gotta defeat Chad. I think these guys are just gonna hop, like, right into the boss room. Yeah, just like that. Alright, we can do a couple more invasions here, and then I have to go to bed because it's late, and I'm old, and I have to get up in the morning. But let's get, like, one more, like, good invasion, you know? Like, one more real nice invasion. Doesn't matter if we win or lose, just has to be a good one. Don't go into that boss room. Don't go into that boss room. Don't go into that boss room. Don't do it. Don't go into that boss room. Don't do it. Don't you dare. Oh, God. Oh, no, I'm in the corner. Okay, that was a fun one. I don't even care that I died. At least they, like, fought me, you know? Like, 9 times out of 10, when you invade people here and they're right in front of that fog wall, they just walk in. And it's like, no, come fight me. Like, you'll win. I can almost guarantee it. Like, you will definitely win this. It's 3v1, and we're in a tiny little hallway. I'm not getting out of this one alive. Like, just come fight me. So I'm glad they did that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and land the Ash of War. We're gonna try and land Eocade's Dancing Blade. This is gonna be the last one. Final invasion. Here we go. Defeat Jiren. Where are you, Jiren? Where are you at? You all the way over here. The first time I found this part of the game was maybe one of my favorite memories of my first playthrough of Elden Ring. Because I had just gone all the way down, like, through that crazy jumping puzzle to get to the bottom of, like, where the Frenzied Flame is. Oh, God. It's 3v1. Oh, it's these same guys. Wait. These are the same guys that I fought, like, 30 minutes ago. That's kind of fun. Okay, maybe they want to do like a little duel here. Who's next? Who wants to fight? Let's do it. Ooh. Oh, okay. That was kind of nice. That was kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, damn. I gotta save that one. Okay. We gotta end on that one. That was too perfect. That was good. But yeah, the first time that I found Deeproot Depths, yeah, I just beat Moog. Just did that whole jumping puzzle, went down, found the Frenzied Flame, found the invisible wall, and then, I don't know, it was late at night. It was probably like 1 in the morning or something, and I knew I had to go to bed. I had to get up for work, but I couldn't stop playing because this huge area had just opened up in front of me. And what it reminded me of was, what it really reminded me of was like, the first time that I found Ash Lake in Dark Souls 1, because that was a really kind of important moment for me in like falling in love with these games, was when I was playing Dark Souls 1 for the first time, and I made my way down like past Blighttown through the Great Hollow, and then found Ash Lake, and like that music kicks in. You're at like the bottom of the world. You see all these like arch trees around you. It's this very mysterious and like eerie kind of place. And I got the same feeling when I found Deeproot Depths. So it'll always have kind of like a special place in my heart. And I hope the DLC has something like that too, like a hidden area or somewhere that just sort of gives me that feeling of like I've found some sort of very important and secret place that was hidden by the developers. All right. Well, thank you everybody for joining. Ironically, I think this was one of my most successful streams, the random late night stream that I just kind of threw up here without planning it at all. But this was super fun. So thank you everybody for joining. We're going to be doing this more often. I love streaming, love doing invasions, a lot of fun. So, yeah, have a good night, and I will see you later.